at Volcan Azul, you guys know this by now because this is like the 5th video we've been pushing out from here. We're gonna do a quick cupping here, and we've been cupping a few times during this trip, and I just wanna, there's been a lot of discussions about cupping at origins, I think, and I've had quite a bit of experience now over my years in coffee, and I think there's a few things that we consider when we do this that could be useful for some of you, maybe, I don't know. So, I mean, basic stuff is basically just a normal cupping, right? So it's not complicated. You weigh the different variables. We're talking coffee grounds, water, temperatures, and so on, right? What's quite common when you're out traveling like this is that you're cupping very fresh, more or less. You're cupping, most importantly, you're actually cupping a lot of samples that are not sorted, right? So keep that in mind when you cup at an origin, whereas the coffees are usually too fresh and they haven't gone through a dry mill, they've only gone through a wet mill, right? So a lot of the things you're gonna cup is not gonna be as good as later on in the process, right? On top of that, the coffee is often very fresh, which quite often is causing a slight detachment in the harmony of the taste experience, so to speak. You can have a slightly spiky acidity, a slightly greenish character to the coffee as well, which may not be perfect. So there's a lot of factors here that's actually indicating that cupping very early on in the harvest season is a very difficult thing to do. Personally, I do it more for reference and because it's fun. I don't make any proper evaluations or considerations or even notes this early on in the season because I want to cup a rested coffee that's been more stable and stay there for a while, right? I also want to cup a coffee that is just basically better processed, right? So coffee that hasn't gone through a dry mill yet is just not going to be as good as a coffee that has, right? So take that into consideration. That was just a kind of a few notes, a few ideas about how we treat cupping at origin. It's a really fun thing, but the real kind of evaluation happens later on back home in Copenhagen.